All right, welcome to this explainer. I am honestly so incredibly excited to have you here today because we're going to unpack something truly transformative. We're talking about the secret engine of success. Today, we're exploring exactly how you can reprogram your subconscious mind, literally taking the steering wheel of your own brain. I mean, think of your mind like a massive supercomputer, right? But for most of our lives, the most important software on that computer is just running completely on autopilot in the background, heavily influenced by our environment or past experiences. Well, today, we are changing that dynamic for good. Get ready because by the end of our time together, you're going to have a clear, highly actionable blueprint for changing your internal wiring and actually directing your own future.
So let's dive right into this with a question that honestly has probably crossed your mind 1,000 times. Why do some people just effortlessly achieve their goals, while others seem to struggle for years and years? I mean, you've seen it happen. You can have two people with the exact same desires, the exact same education, maybe even the exact same grueling work ethic, and yet their outcomes are totally night and day. One just skyrockets, and the other hits this frustrating plateau they can't seem to break through. So what's the missing link? Well, the difference almost always comes down to the invisible script running in the background. It comes down entirely to what they feed their subconscious mind on repeat. That internal programming is literally dictating their reality.
And that brings us to our core concept for today, autosuggestion. Basically, this is the agency through which you communicate directly with your subconscious mind. To put that into perspective, and just to show you how absolutely crucial this is, think about this. Your conscious mind can process about 40 bits of information per second. Pretty good. But your subconscious mind, it processes a staggering 11 million bits per second. It is an absolute powerhouse, but it needs direction. Pioneered by Napoleon Hill in his classic book, Think and Grow Rich, autosuggestion is essentially just self-suggestion. It's the direct line, the telephone wire, straight into the deepest, most powerful parts of your brain. It's the mechanism you use to deliberately self-program your reality, rather than just leaving it all up to chance.
See, every single day, you're faced with a choice between two paths. On one side, we have automatic self-talk. This is kind of the default mode for a lot of us, mostly thanks to our brain's evolutionary negative bias. It's filled with doubt, fear, and those annoying limiting beliefs that pop up completely uninvited to tell you why you can't do something. If you're operating on this side, you're unintentionally programming yourself for failure. On the other side, we have directed autosuggestion, which is intentional success. Because here's the undeniable truth. You're already using autosuggestion every single day, every single time you talk to yourself. The question is, are you using it by accident to hold yourself back, or are you directing it intentionally to pull yourself forward?
To make that intentional shift, we need to look at what I call the emotion engine. Napoleon Hill discovered a golden rule in his research, and it's a real game changer. Words alone have absolutely zero impact on the subconscious mind. You literally cannot just treat your brain like a spam folder, mechanically dumping empty, positive-sounding phrases into it and expecting a miracle. Words plus zero feeling equals zero results. It's like trying to drive a high-performance sports car with no gas in the tank. However, words plus deep emotion equals subconscious action. Emotion is the premium fuel. It's the deep, genuine feeling behind the words that actually turns the key in the ignition and makes your brain pay attention.
It really all boils down to this profound truth. The subconscious only responds to thoughts that are mixed with genuine emotion and belief. If you just stand in front of a mirror and repeat affirmations to yourself like a robot, just monotonously saying words without actually feeling them, nothing changes. Your subconscious mind doesn't speak English or Spanish or French. It speaks the language of emotion. It speaks in vivid imagery. So you really need to put a lot of pictures in your mind alongside those deep-seated feelings. For this programming to actually take hold and rewrite those 11 million bits of processing power, you have to genuinely believe and feel the energy of what you're saying right down to your core.
Section 1. From Theory to Practice, your 3-step daily routine. Okay, understanding the theory is great, but let's get into the highly actionable routine you can start today.
So here is your roadmap. Step 1, write your statement. Step 2, establish your morning and evening ritual. Step 3, combine your words with feeling. This is the exact non-negotiable sequence you need to successfully build this new mental habit. Let's break these down one by one.
Step 1. You need to write a hyper-specific statement of your intention. And I mean, literally write it down. Grab a physical pen and a piece of paper. Don't just think it in your head or type it into your phone notes. The physical, kinesthetic act of writing actually begins to pull that abstract thought right out of the ether and turns it into a physical reality. In this statement, you must state clearly exactly what you intend to achieve. You need a hard timeline for when you'll achieve it, and most importantly, you need to articulate who you are becoming and what value you intend to give in return for this success.
Now, to make sure you nail this, let's contrast two approaches. A really common phrase people use is, "I want to be successful." Honestly, that is incredibly vague. Your subconscious brain has absolutely no idea what successful even means. It's just an empty, abstract desire. Instead, you need a clear goal, a timeline, and a new identity. So, instead of saying, "I want to be rich," your statement should sound more like, "I will earn $100,000 by December 31st by providing exceptional, transformative value as a business consultant." Your statement has to be concise, it has to be powerful, and it must give your mind a crystal-clear target to lock onto like a heat-seeking missile.
Okay, step 2, the morning and evening ritual. The timing here is everything. You need to read your hyper-specific statement aloud twice daily, immediately after waking up and right before going to sleep at night. Why those specific windows? Well, during those transition periods, your brainwaves slow down and enter a relaxed theta state. Your conscious, analytical, highly critical mind temporarily powers down. During these really calm, drowsy moments, the gateway to your subconscious is wide open. That makes it highly receptive to new programming without your inner critic jumping in to say, "Hey, that won't work." Finally, step 3. Engage your visual and emotional senses. This is where that emotion engine really roars to life. As you read your statement aloud, you can't just speak the words. Close your eyes and purposefully put a lot of pictures in your head. Build an entire mental movie gallery of your desired outcome. Your subconscious thrives on imagery, so paint the most detailed visual scenes you can imagine. Visualize yourself already in full possession of your goal. What are the colors around you? Who are you shaking hands with? But most importantly, what does it feel like? Actually feel the immense relief. Feel the pride swelling in your chest. And feel the profound gratitude, as if the whole shebang is happening to you right this very second. So to bring this all together, just remember this simple but powerful checklist. Craft a highly specific written statement, read it every single morning and night during those open brainwave states, and infuse it with rich mental pictures, deep emotion, and absolute faith. Consistency is the master key here. Think of autosuggestion like mental weightlifting. I mean, you wouldn't go to the gym once, lift a dumbbell, and expect to be incredibly strong for the rest of your life, right? Repetition paired with emotion is exactly how resilient new neural pathways are built in your brain, and it's how decades of old limiting beliefs are completely overwritten.
And that brings me to a direct question for you. Will you commit to your new auto-suggestion statement for the next 30 days? I challenge you to write your statement right now, today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start this ritual tonight, right before your head hits the pillow. If you consistently feed your mind clear, emotionally charged, highly visual instructions, the sheer amount of untapped potential you'll unlock will absolutely astound you. Seriously, what could your life look like just 1 month from now if you finally stopped running on autopilot and took intentional control of your own mind? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait for you to take that first step today.